YouTube, Rook here from Rook Geek Goodness, my little channel on the web for all things geeky and cool. And welcome, guys, to the very first episode of Seasons 1 Funko Pop Battle Royale. This is a quarterfinal round, pitting two of probably the greatest serial killers in horror against one another head-to-head. Who do we have? We have 8-bit Freddy Krueger versus 8-bit Jason Voorhees. I did this video before, about a year ago. I did these same two pops in a video format series for a review. This is a different sort of process because this is a competition to see who would go in the next round of this tournament. Of course, this is a quarterfinal round, and this is where we get some very, very cool matchups happening in this tournament, well, from characters from different universes going head-to-head. All my Funko Pop Battle stuff has all been same universes, and they try to be on equal footing because I review these in an objective-based process, meaning I'm not worried about these characters' history, their lineage, their advantages, their weaknesses, nothing along those lines. Even favoritism is up to you guys, the viewers, the subscribers, to make your voice heard at the end of this video in a segment that will be called Cast Your Vote. Instead of me doing a final thoughts, which I tell you if you should buy something or not, you would cast your vote basically in real time. Who do you think should win this round of this tournament to move on to the semifinals? So let's get to the table, guys, and see who should go to the next round of this quarterfinal round between 8-bit Freddy Krueger versus 8-bit Jason Voorhees. Alright, guys, we're focusing now on the packaging of both the 8-bit Freddy Krueger and 8-bit Jason Voorhees. Packaging is very similar between both pops because they follow each other sequentially in their line respectively. Of course, Freddy's number 22 in the line and Jason is 23 at the line. Let's take a look first at Freddy Krueger with Jason out of the shot. This is basically your typical Funko design packaging. We have, of course, right here, Pop 8-bit. We have the Nightmare on Elm Street logo from where the character is from, number 22, as I just mentioned. Nice window box display so you can see the character within here. A nice sort of side shot of Freddy in his iconic sweater. Look at the lettering down here for a moment because it does have an 8-bit sort of feel and vintage look to it, which is what this whole idea of the 8-bit pops is all about. It has a very vintage, old school design. That's the whole take of why these were designed in this sort of format and fashion. Over here, a nice little side shot of how he would look when you pull him out of packaging. Does say Pop 8-bit, does say Freddy Krueger at number 22. On this side right here, you have the same sort of iconic lettering, Freddy Krueger, very blocky, very similar to the lettering here, but a little bit different as far as the lettering goes. The font's a bit different there. Does say 22 as well. Back of the packaging sort of has an iconic shot of what Freddy looked like in the movies, and we have, of course, the shot right here of Freddy. That, of course, was Nightmare on Elm Street Pop 22 for Freddy Krueger. Next, we'll bring in Jason Voorhees, the killer of Crystal Lake. We have, again, Pop 8-bit, let's stay here, Friday the 13th, Pop number 23 in the line. You have him with his iconic hockey mask, because we had the iconic sweater and claw for Freddy, which we'll talk about his claws shortly. Again, iconic hockey mask. Does say the same sort of lettering down here. It says Jason Voorhees. Nice window box display, very similar to the Freddy one. Over here, how he would look when you pull him out of packaging. Does say Pop 8-bit. Jason Voorhees, number 23. Over here, very similar, again, blocky sort of font construction, number 23. You have the hockey mask down there. You have the Pop 8-bit. And the back of the packaging, very similar to the Freddy packaging, where you have a shot of Jason right here, the hockey mask wielding killer right here of Jason Voorhees. I'm going to bring them both back in so we can take a look kind of at them side by side again so you can see. So at the front of the packaging, very, very similar, very objective base, very similar construction all in all. If we come over here, same sort of side shot if you look at them, both 8-bit designed. Over here, if we stack them on top of one another, move it down so you can see it a little bit. Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, literally the same type of font they were used. And the back of the packaging, again, very similar sort of design. To me, it feels very, very basically reminiscent of a movie poster that you would buy representing these two characters. This probably came literally right off of a movie poster, at least from what I'm currently seeing here. Let's get both these guys out of packaging and continue this quarterfinal round of the Funko Pop Battle Royale Season number 1. Alright, guys, we have 8-bit Freddy Krueger and 8-bit Jason Voorhees out of packaging, and one notation takeaway is that both these guys are really considered common pops, meaning they were not exclusives. They had no gimmicks, and if you want to take something away from this video, their gimmick really is their 8-bit foundation and look and feel. This is really designed to look like the old school Nintendo games from let's say the mid-80s, from the NES days. That's the look and feel that they're going with the 8-bit design. That's the whole idea, and that is their advantage, and that's why people might love these particular sort of pops. So very first thing, let's take a look at Freddy Krueger first. We'll move up really close to Freddy. He is sporting his traditional look and feel from the Nightmare movies. He has his very big hat, as you can see here. It is layered, and the way they built this basically for Funko is they built it in sections and layers. They built it up something very similar to, let's say, Minecraft. It's built in sections to design to make this look and feel that you see here. It is a brown hat. It may not come across brown on camera. His face is burnt and scarred, which is of course a thing from the Nightmare movies as well. He does have his iconic sweater. It is orange and green. As you see, he is wearing it so it goes across the figure in 360 degrees. He is armed with his clawed weapon, his glove. The blades are more of a whitish color. They may not come across white on camera. I think that was their idea to make it look like metal. That's what it looks and feel is, sort of, because that's how Jason's machete is. And he has his brown pants. So very cool design about that. We'll talk about one piece when I get done with the Jason pop here. Now let's move to Jason. He is showcasing his traditional hockey mask. It is white or sort of pale in color when it comes like an off-white color. He has the red chevrons in the center. What's very neat about the Jason mask is that they have straps, as you see here, across the top and across both sides. Now if you spin the character across the back, he has a plate on the back of his head, which a traditional, if you look at a hockey mask, there's a plate that goes across your head to the back to keep this lashed in place. I like the attention to detail that Funko has done here to give this plate right here the look and feel of what a hockey mask would look and feel like. Very dark eyes, which is the same type of color eyes that Freddy would have. He has his big green coat on, and it goes across the entire figure. He's wearing it, basically stops at his waist right here, and he has his traditional kind of grayish pants, black gloves, black boots. He is armed as well with a machete. It is bloody though compared to Freddy's claw, so one note to take away from that is that it looks like he just got done killing somebody right here because there's blood on the blade. It does have a very similar color to Freddy's clawed hand, which I just mentioned earlier. Now one thing to take note for both these figures, kind of 2 points rather, is that there is no articulation for either of these two pops, meaning the head will not spin on either of these pops because that's a sort of a limitation in their construction of how they were built. They're built and they're extremely heavy. There's a lot of heft to these pops. If you hold them, let's say, compared to, let's say, a normal pop itself, these guys are much heavier, more dense compared to a normal pop because that's the way they were constructed to make it themselves look that way. So take note of that going forward. And the last point to take away from this is the sheer scale size between these two pops. If you notice, just from objective perspective here, Freddy is taller than Jason, mainly because of all this hat. If you notice from this angle, he is much taller. You can see it, by about 1/4 of an inch, dwarfing Jason in size. So please take note of that when you make your choices in the cast your vote section at the end of this video, guys. Let's right now head over to cast your vote. Alright guys, time to cast your vote. Who do you think won this Funko Pop Battle Royale quarterfinal matchup? Was it Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees? Click the little eye above my head. That will slide out a little chart and you can vote in real time who do you think would win here. I like this option, so instead of going to the comment section and voting, you can do this in real time and you can pick who you want to win. This round of voting will go for about 7 weeks or so because I have to go through all the left rounds and then all the right round quarterfinals and go back again to here to draw the winner. If this does happen to end in a 50-50 tie, then I will step in and pick the winner. I don't want to, but if I have to, I will do that. Of course, we have Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street against Friday the 13th's Jason Voorhees. Who do you guys think won this Funko Pop Battle Royale Season number 1 opener? Remember to click that like button at the bottom of the page, which is a thumb. Always click the subscribe button, which is a picture of my face. When you subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon to be notified of my latest videos. Of course, last but not least, you can click windows over here to watch more of my content. Take care, guys. See you next Funko Pop Battle Royale Season number 1 matchup, and bye-bye.